Hello, hello, Florida, and whoever else might be listening.
Why just limit it to Florida?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Anyway,
my name is Andrew.
and this is Lane.
My name is Cole.
Who the hell are
It's
you?
about time.
How'd you get in here?
I don't know. I just saw you guys had mics, and I was like, "Hey, that looks fun."
Okay, whatever.
Okay.
You're sitting on the
would do the
musician's
same
couch.
thing.
I mean, at least I hope you are. We're
Kind of like a weird mustard yellow chair.
yeah.
How dare you give it away?
Don't say it's a chair.
Wait a second.
Okay, we can't keep lying to you guys. We're actually sitting in nice, comfy office chairs around a nice big business table.
Yeah, it's actually pretty nice.
This actually is nice for a change. So we decided to go out and get some coffee. So we're actually sitting in the back of Oasis Coffee Spot right now in Port Richey.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. I'm glad they let us do this.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
me too.
Nice and cozy back here.
Go buy coffee from them.
Yeah,
Good coffee. Cold brew is strong.
it is strong.
It's
good
strong.
though. I like it.
Yeah, Cole got a vanilla bean.
Yeah,
Not a coffee fan, man. Vanilla
That's fine.
milkshakes, pretty much.
That's cool. We won't judge you.
Other than Cole on the agenda, he's all we really have planned out for this one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was about it.
wherever it goes, that's what we're gonna talk about for right now.
I guess so. So,
Sweet.
Cole, tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm the guitarist for Postmodern, the band that me and
Yeah.
Lane made.
Really?
I am.
I did not know that. Okay.
You never know. I just had to reinstate it. I've been playing guitar for like 3 years now, I think.
Oh,
Something like that. I started off with one of my mom's ex-boyfriends, actually. He was a guitarist, and he gave me this small, like, Taylor acoustic, like a child's acoustic, and was like, "Here, play this." Originally, I wanted to be a drummer, so I had, like, this snare. But he took the snare from me and gave me the guitar, and he's like, "You'll have much more fun with that." Sorry, Lane.
That's okay. Then we wouldn't have been able to play. So.
it's kind of the truth, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But, yeah, he gave me that, and he gave me a chord sheet and pretty much said, "Good luck."
Nice.
Man, so 3 years. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Because, Lane played me a little clip of some of your tasty licks, and that was super tasty.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, we met like a year and a half after you started playing, or 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Maybe
was
just
like-
a year.
It was like a year,
Yeah.
honestly.
And yeah, he was already playing like really good stuff. We were playing the Doors when we started practicing, and my voice is really screwed up right now. So, but yeah, actually, I had just moved into my house, and I didn't even have a bed yet.
Oh, man.
All that was in my room was my drum set, and I slept on the couch. And Cole came over. I messaged him the summer before, like the beginning of the summer, and then he had like family and stuff. I know I already mentioned this in the first episode, but then he finally came over at the end of the summer, and we started playing just random stuff that we could, just anything we knew, and
The worst garage rock covers you could possibly think of.
exactly.
Like Sweet Child of Mine, Smoke on the Water.
God, yes.
That's great. By the
Whatever.
way, I don't know why I didn't say this when we first started recording, but that intro song, that was a really cool electronic song by Bradley Donahue, and under the guise of I Am Fox. Fox is spelled Fawx, and that song was called Spooky Grounds, and it was his Halloween release. He sent that to us last week.
Can we find
And-
it on YouTube, or is it like strictly on anything else?
That I actually found on his SoundCloud page, and it's up for free download. So I encourage you guys to go check him out because I really enjoyed that track. I am still on my dubstep phase, and I am gonna check out the rest of his releases, and I think you should too because I really did enjoy that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So thank you to I Am Fox. Thanks, Bradley, and I'm definitely gonna listen to the rest of your stuff.
Yeah, it was
after
pretty
we're
cool.
done
I'm glad
recording.
I'm glad SoundCloud is not just for rappers. So
SoundCloud is a good platform, and I don't know why we're not using it.
yeah.
Oh wait, it costs money.
Oh, well.
Was it really?
Well, it does after a certain point. Like you can get up to like I think it was 2 hours of music. I think that's the cutoff. And then after you hit like 120 minutes, that's it. Then it's
Oh,
like,
that's
well,
right. That's right. I do remember that. Yeah, because we were thinking about putting our stuff on SoundCloud. We were trying to think of any sort of media that we could get our stuff out there, and YouTube was
It's
The
it's a
easiest
legitimate
option.
platform.
Mhm.
Yeah, it really is. They were going under just a couple months ago.
really.
Yeah, they said, we don't have enough funds to last to the end of the month, so we're probably just going to shut down. Chance the Rapper
Wow.
saved them.
Really?
Thanks, Chance the Rapper.
Thanks, Chance the Rapper.
Saving all those young
St. Pete
artists.
SoundCloud rappers.
Yes. Thank you for saving all those St. Pete SoundCloud rappers.
Yeah, where would we be without them?
Here.
Don't say better off.
No, I won't say better off, but I'll say, I mean, we'd still be here, just not talking about SoundCloud.
But yeah, thanks to I Am Fox for that.
Yeah.
All right, so fun.
Is there an earthquake?
Somebody's bumping.
It's probably one of those SoundCloud rappers, honestly.
God.
That's okay. Yeah. So only 3 years of practice.
Mm-hmm.
Already pretty much well on your way. And so was this like your first band playing with?
With Lane and Postmodern?
Yeah.
Technically, yeah.
Well, actually,
Oh, well, yeah. Okay, never mind. I'll
So-
just stop talking.
when I first started, I lived in an apartment complex. I lived on 3rd floor. First floor, there was these old guys that had it was a wife and a husband that had their own band. It was just them two. And they saw me carrying a guitar one day and they're like, "Hey, we have a band. Would you ever think about joining?" And I was like maybe 6 months into practice, like into playing, and I was like, "Hell yeah, I'll do it." So I joined them. I was really bad. They had like really nice studio gear, and all I had was like a 20-watt pig nose amp. So I could hear myself, but they couldn't hear me. And I played with them for the longest time. And we actually had my first and only real gig. It was at the Moose Lodge, and
Gotcha.
I think on Miles Stretcher Moog.
Yeah, but you know what? Those gigs pay.
Yeah, I got $20.
That's
Hey,
not bad.
it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
But I played with them. But after that gig, we just I moved. Then the drummer left, and then the band broke up.
That's really sad.
It is sad.
Yeah, that is.
They're good guys.
Before we actually started our band, you were actually going to be part of a CCR cover band,
man.
weren't you?
So,
Ooh.
so the bassist from that band I just told you about, their name was Perfect Strangers, but they're not around anymore. But he said that he knew a contact that needed a lead guitarist for a CCR cover band. So, and he gave him my contact info, and he called me and told me about it. So I learned like every CCR song under the sun. And then I never got a call. So now I just have this extensive knowledge of CCR and know where to use it.
That's like I ain't even touching that one. That's, that's like having like it's like having a useless library of trivia.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
exactly.
You could just whip it out anytime.
Yeah.
Like
And make everyone feel really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like whenever we sit down at practice, it's sometimes like we just won't be playing anything, and he'll start playing a CCR song just because it comes out, and then we'll just start playing. And I mean, it's really funny.
I mean, at least if we don't know what to do at a gig, we can just whip out some CCR.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love CCR?
Well, yeah, exactly. Especially at bars. I mean,
Yeah.
Skidward.
Play some Freebird.
Do you guys like CCR? Leave a comment down below. We're gonna do a poll.
Oh God.
This means war. Yeah, I also wanted to comment about something that I've noticed for the past 10 or so minutes that we've been recording is Lane, take notes. Kohl here has excellent mic etiquette.
Yeah, he does.
He really
Do I?
does.
He does actually. Yeah.
The way he pronounced play was great. And, so it's a running joke that Lane really needs a pop filter. And
Because I say it's like that.
Stop it. You're making it go into the red. Stop.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, but yeah, no, that's a good thing.
Thanks.
That's a really good thing. That means you know how to, perform under a mic, under pressure.
Sweet. I've never used a mic like this before, so Only
it,
for recording guitar.
it's a mic.
Yeah.
It works. Fun fact, actually. Okay, I'll start with the bullshit facts now.
Okay.
So,
Sweet.
it's noted that the SM57 microphone that you would normally record your guitar with, it's also a favored vocal microphone in the studio by bands such as The Killers, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, really?
From what I've heard, you could probably find that on Wikipedia. If not, just shoot me. No, I actually would hang out with a local producer all the time, and he only recorded vocals off of an SM57 mic with a windsock over it. So it was like a proprietary Shure windsock that you had to screw onto the microphone.
Mm-hmm.
And if you heard it, it sounded amazing. It had that perfect warmth. I mean, that's kind of what you want when you're recording your vocals is you want that coloration.
Yeah.
You really do. So I mean, the microphones you're using right now, they're not bad. They're pretty good for a lot of different applications. So you could use those for recording guitar, you could use them for recording vocals, and it wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
My microphone is mine is a bit of a weird one.
Is that a condenser?
This is a condenser, but it's actually made for live on stage. It's like one of the only live condenser mics made by Neumann. And usually you leave condensers in. That was really freaky. Usually you, there's like lights flickering in here right now. It's all that surge of clean energy. Usually you want to leave a condenser in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what makes mine interesting. So singing out of this one is really weird because condensers are notoriously flat. They're not really colored microphones, so they don't bring out that. That's really going to bother me now. The lights.
You just want me to turn it off?
No, that's just going to make things more awkward.
All right.
You can't record in the dark. What's wrong with you? We need light for that.
All right, I'll just shut up.
No, yeah, it's I lost my train of thought already. But usually for me, I don't want an uncolored microphone to sing into because I'm not an amazing singer.
Mm-hmm.
I want something that's going to make me sound good. This mic does not make me sound good. It makes me sound like I actually sing. That's not a good thing.
When Kohl invested a bunch of money that I still owe him into
Yeah.
mics, into a bunch of mics and cables, and
Always good to get it down in recording, folks.
yeah, Kohl can take it to court. But he got one condenser for my drum set and one of these dynamic microphones for his amp. And the condenser just died.
Rip to the condenser.
Yeah.
No. What kind of
Yeah.
condenser was it?
It was like a Behringer C21 or something like that.
Yeah. It was not bad.
No, it wasn't bad at
Microphone
all.
at
It
all.
recorded relatively good for vocals and everything else.
Right.
Okay. What were we talking about?
How I'm a better drummer than Lane.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I had to pause because I had a phone call.
Yeah.
That's
I don't even know like what to do now.
perform under pressure.
What are we talking about? Something about mics.
Yeah, something about Mike. So you had a Behringer condenser.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it died on us in the middle of recording.
That figures.
Yeah. I was recording one of my friends, Erica. She's like a rapper. And in the middle
Like
of,
a rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, she's a rapper.
Okay.
My bad, Erica, if you listen. And in the middle of recording, it just went out completely.
I hate Behringer anything.
Really?
I seriously dislike Behringer.
Some of their gear is like pretty good, but it's not like some of it's trash.
They're definitely changing now.
Mm-hmm.
Behringer is rocking the digital mixer game right now. So if you buy a digital mixer and then you can either download the app on your iPad or use your the program on your computers, laptops. I know a lot of sound guys that use that and they swear by it, and that's awesome. Behringer is good on that front because in the last few years they got their act together.
Yeah.
But before that, they weren't that good, and I to this day I don't like the sound of a Behringer speaker. So if you buy a Behringer PA system, Behringer speaker, Behringer analog mixers, I just don't care for it. It's not it's just not where I like to spend my money.
Cole and I were actually wondering while you were on your phone call, do you have a PA system? I don't remember.
Yes, I do.
You do? Okay.
It's a mixed match PA system, but yeah. So I've got 2 different mixers that I can whip out at any time.
Oh. Man, look at this man.
Ooh,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I have one.
So one's an analog and it's an alto mixer, and it does the job, but it's not that good because it doesn't have the high pass filters,
Right.
which that's kind of crucial for me.
Mm-hmm.
But my other mixer is a digital mixer. It's not the Behringer, but it's Soundcraft. It's a little cheaper. It's not that great, but you'll encounter a lot of wireless reception issues.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get a lot of interference. So what you do is you'll hook up an external router to it, and that will usually set you golden. And then I usually run sound from my phone or from a tablet or literally anything I want because it's literally just a website you go to
Oh, wow.
and it controls the mixer.
Ooh.
I learned about that when I did a show. It was like a last minute show because somebody's sound guy quit. They went to
Nice.
go see in a Day to Remember concert the same day, and it's like, I'll step in, I'll do the show. So it was like a crash course for me.
Uh-huh.
And I learned the whole system in like a half an hour, and I'm like, I'm buying one of these. These are sick. And then as far as speakers go, I've got 2 10s made by Alto and a 15 made by Alto. And the Alto speakers are very good.
When me and Cole are currently in the middle of building a stage. Well, we've already pretty much built
We
it.
built it. We just need to paint it.
Okay.
We put the it's in your backyard, so
Yeah.
we put the primer on it.
It's like ice white right now. It's just
Yeah.
sitting there.
So,
Okay. So you're probably gonna need some outdoor paint.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
we have
that's
some.
that's what we have black paint for it. So, but yeah, when we definitely try and record next time, what was our plan? 2 PAs on the side and then speakers at the bottom so we could hear ourselves?
For the monitors, yeah.
Yeah.
Like if we haven't, because like I'm going to be hopefully getting a PA system. You know the company Rockville?
Yeah. I bought cables from them before.
Yeah, they have like this package deal. It comes with like the stands and speakers and a mixing head. Hopefully I get that. But if we get that, then if we could use your PA system, then yeah, we could just have one on each side and then monitors.
You can definitely do that. The cool thing about the digital mixers is that they handle everything. So like you can easily run a completely separate monitor mix
Mhm.
with different EQ and everything, different
wow.
effects. So it's you got a lot of options for that. I hope your neighbors are understanding.
Oh yeah,
They actually are. Yeah.
we've been doing this for like 2 years.
Yeah.
and we never get complaints. All we get is people just coming up to our garage or the end of the driveway, and they're like, "Yeah,
We
Cool.
got some crazy stories about
Oh, yeah,
some
we do.
people. Can we tell some of those stories?
sure."
I mean, should we change the name?
But the people,
Yeah.
I don't know their last names, so I mean,
Yeah, it's just last time we kind of got in trouble.
Yeah, last time we interviewed his
Wizzy
friend.
Incognito kind of went off the rails.
Yeah, we interviewed his friend Jeff, and
was-
he started saying full names and stories that should probably not be said.
okay,
So,
we don't have to say names.
either way, we'll say his name's what? Patrick.
Patrick, yeah, I'll call him Patrick.
All right.
All
Call
right.
him Patrick.
So there was this guy, Patrick. This is when postmodern was me and Lane, and then Jason on bass and Stage on vocals.
Yeah.
And this guy, Patrick, he comes around from behind, like around the corner of the garage, and just kind of like walks in the garage and scares the shit out of all of us. And he's like, "Oh no, you guys sound awesome. Keep playing." So we keep playing, and then he takes the mic from stage and starts singing "Hey Joe" for us.
Yeah.
It was a wild experience.
It was. He was actually really good. Like, it was really fun.
He was good. But then after that, he was just kind of rambling on, and then he was like, "You guys want to come down to my house to smoke some pot?" And we're like,
Not really.
no thanks."
But what we eventually went down there just because he said he had like a guitar or something. And
Yeah, he said he had like a guitar and like some PA gear
yeah,
that
and
he
he's
wanted us to check out.
yeah, and like there's 4 of us. We're like
Well,
there's 4 of us and one of this Patrick guy.
only 3 of us went down there though. You, me, and Jason.
Oh, did Stage not go?
Mm.
Oh, maybe he left. I don't
Yeah.
remember. But okay, yeah. So we still went down there, And yeah, I'm sorry, Andrew. Am I
Thank you.
spiking?
Yeah, you've been spiking.
Okay. Well, we went down there and it took us forever to find his house.
He gave us the complete wrong address.
Yeah, he did.
So we knocked on like everybody's door looking for him.
We drove around everywhere, but we eventually found this guy's house. And like we knew we were gonna be fine. I mean, we knew he wasn't gonna do anything, but we finally go into his house, and this is the start of every like awful story. But we're just sitting and talking, and he's yelling at his Alexa, and what what else happens? I'm sorry.
So first off, he offers us drinks, and we all just kind of take it out of politeness. And
Cool.
Just water. Yeah, just
Okay.
water.
Me and Lane,
There's nothing wrong with water.
me and Lane, we don't drink it.
Yeah.
But Jason, our bassist, he starts drinking it, and I'm looking at him like, "The hell are you drinking it for? Could be drugs in there. We could get roofied."
Yeah, no kidding.
And then he starts yelling at his Alexa, just calling her stupid and a whore and stuff like that. It was great. And then he's just like pulls out this jar and starts like packing a pipe. He's like, "You guys want to hit?" And we're like, "No, I think we're good."
We're okay. And so he offers us some other stuff like what else he has, like Molly
Cocaine.
and cocaine and
Oh,
stuff. And we're like, we need to leave.
that's a good idea.
Yeah, and we should have left in the first place, but like we should have gone over to this guy's house anyways. But,
Stranger danger.
But he offered he offered us to take his guitar.
Yeah.
And he said, "Hey, go ahead and take this. Just play around with it. Bring it back whenever." And so Stage was there because he gave it to Stage. Remember?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So Stage was there. So yeah, he gave us a guitar, a capo, and a tuner for this one guitar. And he gave it to Stage, and we left. And we went back to Kohl's place, and we just started playing again. But this leads to other stuff.
We'll try to make this long story short.
Yeah.
But so yeah, he gave us all that crap. He wanted the guitar back eventually, so I gave it to him back. And then I left for basic and all that good stuff. I was gone for a significant amount of time. And then I came back, and then like 2 or 3 weeks, I think like 2 weeks ago.
Well, you were gone from like August to Christmas.
Yeah, and then Christmas to February.
Yeah.
So, well, he comes back like 2 weeks ago. And, well, first he came back when I wasn't home. My garage door was open and my girlfriend was at the house. And she said she heard commotion in the garage. So she opened the garage door. And Paul, I mean,
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
I mean, Patrick was like leaning over. We have like this small fence that like, so that like the dogs can't run out from the garage, you know? And he's like leaning over the little fence trying to grab my my wah pedal that's sitting on the floor there. And then she's like, "What the hell are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, your boyfriend took my wah pedal and he has my my tuner and I want them back." And she's like, "Yeah, that's not yours. You need to leave." So he left. Well, he came back again. This time he was mad and he was like yelling at me. He's like, "Give me my damn wah pedal back and give me my damn tuner." And I'm like, "I don't have your crap." And he's like, "Yes, you do. If you don't, I'm going to call the cops." And I was like, "Then call the cops because I'll just tell them what you were doing the night you gave us all that stuff. And then your story's out the window."
Yeah. And
that escalated quickly.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it did.
Yeah, he was yelling at me and screaming at me. And I'm like, "Dude, look where you're standing."
Well, that was the thing, was he didn't even come up saying his name was what his name is.
Yeah, he didn't say his real name.
Yeah, he gave his name as Patrick. And rather than his real name.
We're sticking with Patrick.
Yeah. So yeah, just crazy stuff with that guy. I haven't seen him since that day we first met him.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just an insane story. And we're actually songs that we've created, we've named after these people. And so we have a song named Patrick. And some people that have left our band, like Stage and Jason and Lucas, and
Rip.
Yeah,
Forgot about him.
So, just for clarification, we're all straight edge kids, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what? Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you guys don't do anything.
I can't.
You can't?
No. Army?
Even if you wanted to, yeah, you
Yeah.
can't.
Do you want to or like?
No.
Oh, okay.
Plus,
Gotcha.
I get drug tested like every single month. I couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
but
Okay.
I'm just not that person anyway.
Neither am I. No.
So-
Yeah, I don't do drugs. I don't smoke weed or otherwise.
I've been offered plenty of
Oh,
times.
yeah, plenty of
Trust me too. You have no idea. But yeah, I mean, the only thing that I do is drink, but I drink socially. Like I'll
You're
go out-
also of age. So.
Yeah, I'm also of age. I'm 24. How old are you? Cole?
19.
You're 19.
Yeah.
Same as Lane. Wow.
Yep. We graduated together.
Oh, cool.
This man over here.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, yeah, that's pretty much the only thing I'll do is drink, but like socially, like I'll go out and have a beer
Right.
or something.
Yeah, like when we recorded the last one,
Yeah.
you and Jeff were just sitting back having a drink, but it's not like it got out of hand or anything.
Yeah, of course not. No, it rarely ever does, except for last week when me and Jeff downed half a bottle of tequila.
Well,
That's
there's-
okay.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
That's a rare occasion, but yeah. So that's a good thing. That's cool.
yeah,
You know,
So-
straight edge kids,
Yeah, definitely not like that, especially with bands nowadays.
straight edge kids
Yeah,
in Pasco County, Florida.
yeah.
Man,
But-
have I got news for you guys?
but yeah, no, these what was that one guy's name? We probably shouldn't say his name, but he came up and wanted to play bass for us one day.
Oh,
We're just sitting there playing, and this is how we meet all these people. By the way,
we'll call him Trevor.
okay, we'll call him Trevor. And so we're sitting in the garage, and he comes up and he's like, "What?" He just like, "You guys need a bassist?"
Oh yeah, he was like, I heard you guys play and I didn't hear any bass in the mix. Do you need a bassist? And we're like,
Yeah, and this
yeah.
guy is like, I don't even know how to describe him.
He was wearing like super tall leather boots that went up to like his knees. And he
Yeah,
had,
and,
a
like, a-
cut off denim jacket. And he had like,
like
spike,
patches and
spike
stuff,
bracelets.
and like
That-
long black hair, and
I feel like I know who you're talking about too.
really.
Oh man,
Well, we'll talk about this afterwards.
Okay.
But,
But yeah, no, he just walks around his neighborhood constantly.
Yeah.
And he came up, and we never really talked to him ever again after that.
we
But
added him on Facebook.
did add him on Facebook, but no, that was just some weird people we've met. Not even weird, just like
Besides Patrick,
besides Patrick.
it's not necessarily weird here. It's just colorful.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Best way to
So if
describe
you've
it.
ever seen Live PD,
oh, great. Smooth transition.
yeah, no kidding.
What was Trevor on Live PD?
No, I don't think so.
I hope not.
Yeah, no kidding. I hope not.
Could have been.
Yeah. But no, this is yeah, we're definitely not those people. And I think it's hard to find that in a band, like whenever you find like local musicians or anything.
It's probably why we're not very good.
We need to bring our creative side out. But no, yeah, no, that's not us. And so, but I feel like some people don't believe us because I'm sitting here with a scraggly beard, long hair, and I mumble over my words. But and I wear Led Zeppelin shirts all the time. So
If anybody in this room does drugs,
Gonna be you.
I'm just saying.
I just look like it.
Yeah.
Especially with what school we've gone to. Trust me, we've been offered
Oh, yeah.
plenty of times.
No, honestly, growing up for me, you guys probably see it now is that I don't keep my eyes wide open.
Yeah,
It's just like my natural state is just to constantly look sleepy or high.
yeah,
So everybody thinks I'm a stoner. They always say, "Oh, you're high right now." I'm like, "No, this is just how I look.
yeah, exactly.
This is how I talk. This is how I act."
Exactly.
That's not drugs. That's depression, guys.
What it takes to be a musician.
It's just about, yeah.
Oh man. I don't even know any other crazy stories we have. Just
Little Caesar sponsor us.
oh yeah, Little Caesar
Please.
should sponsor us. Every band practice we had, we went to go get two Little Caesars pies and two
Crazy
crazy
bread.
breads. And that was our band.
We were trying to get him to sponsor us because how many times we went there.
I would seriously pursue that.
We should.
If they don't threaten to go to Hungry Howie's, see,
Oh, that's true.
yeah, Hit up the competition.
Yeah, no kidding. I remember when you got back from basic, you had Little Caesars for the first time in
Oh, man.
almost a year.
I wanted to cry. That was majestic. I nearly died in the bathroom like 20 minutes later, but it was totally worth
It
it.
was totally worth it. Oh man. So oh, this is fun. I'm
Yeah.
glad we finally have Kohl.
Yeah, I finally get to meet you. I've
Yeah.
heard about you for months. And
Yeah, you were probably starting to think he wasn't real.
yeah, it was just about like I thought that you made a fake Facebook account with years of information on it, but
Oh man.
can't be too careful.
Yeah.
True.
All right. Well, is that about it?
No, absolutely not. I don't want to wrap this up yet.
Okay.
But we'll find something to talk about. Music stuff.
music stuff.
What?
What? Wait a second. This is a music podcast?
Sounded like crazy.
I thought we
Story
were just talking
podcast
about
for a
drugs,
while.
but okay.
Wait a second.
Okay.
Are there strictly podcasts about drugs?
Probably.
There probably is one.
I'm sure it's a podcast about everything.
There absolutely is. I'm pretty sure there's a here's another bullshit fact.
Uh-oh.
I'll be the bullshit fact guy this episode, Lane.
All right.
No, there's a YouTuber and she eats a shit ton of edibles before she starts
Oh,
recording.
God.
And then she does a makeup tutorial.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Jesus.
And it comes out horrendous. But
That's pretty great.
yeah. Yeah.
Wait, okay, so we didn't really get to this, but who's inspired your playing, Cole? And I know this.
That is a
but-
good question.
Primarily, primarily it's Jimi Hendrix. But I feel like, because if you listen, I don't really play anything like Jimi Hendrix. It's just kind of like he inspired me to play.
Yeah.
But I would think like Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to take like Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath, a little bit of Jimi Hendrix in the mix, and then like, I don't know, and then just kind of toss it together.
I think we asked this question last week to Wizzy, but you ever notice how a lot of kids are inspired by Jimi Hendrix, who died way before they were born? You ever notice that?
Mm-hmm.
Like you'll see a lot of young kids wearing Jimi Hendrix shirts.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
like, dude, this is like way before your time. This is like 2 generations before your time. You ever notice that?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like that happens a lot. I'm surprised.
Yeah, we really inspired by the Doors too.
Mhm. Oh yeah. Robbie
Doors
Krieger.
are great.
Yeah. We actually Cole sent me a picture of him in a Doors shirt one day, and I was like, no way. And I said I was wearing the same shirt. We were in class, I think. We were in speech class, and it was
be.
it was meant to be. I did a whole author project in my composition class based on
Jim Morrison.
Jim Morrison. And because we could do anything, any author, and Jim Morrison wrote songs, like he wrote music and he wrote poetry. So I was like, why not? So I wrote my whole lit crit essay on Jim Morrison. I did a PowerPoint on Jim Morrison. During my PowerPoint, I brought vinyl and I showed the vinyl of all the Doors. And I brought Kohl in, and he played guitar while I was doing my presentation. And we were wearing Doors shirts, and it
I
was really
playing
fun.
Doors
That's
music
great.
The whole
Yeah,
time.
it was really fun.
So that's- It's kind of like what I did for speech class this semester.
yeah.
Not too
you,
far
you
off.
came in and played violin. That was really cool.
Yeah.
How's that for a hook?
Yeah, no, I honestly didn't have much of an idea of what I was going to do for a persuasive. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to bullshit my way through this for the
Yeah.
next 4 minutes. And yeah, so that's pretty much how that went. And then I think the hardest part was actually finding concrete evidence.
Yeah.
To support that. But, as long as you find something, no matter how obscure it is, that's pretty much all you need.
Yeah.
Then you just act like you know it.
Man, I'm gonna sit here and die in this chair.
Yeah, you and me both.
Don't do that. Drummers are hard to find.
That's very true.
Exactly. Everyone wants to play guitar.
We got another drummer
Those
coming
are
in
cool.
like half an hour.
Oh yeah.
Oh damn.
Oh yeah. He's the
He actually his original Jeremy from the Time Framed his original instrument is actually drums,
but he plays
guitar, and he sings.
and he sings. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Not really.
he's all around. I'm not actually sure what nationality he is, but he's like a Swiss Army knife. that's not Swiss. But yeah,
In the front corner of this coffee shop, there's a whole setup,
yes,
and you were talking to the guy, Noah,
Noah Heckheis, yes.
and I'm sitting there.
Do you think they'll let us play?
Yeah, I was thinking, but I was sitting over there in the corner, and I was like, I see a whole setup. I see a set. I see a guitar. I see a microphone. I play set. Cole plays guitar. Andrew can sing, and well, you can shake your head, but I think you can sing. And I was like, how about we just hit that up?
For real?
Yeah,
We could try that.
right now, let's do it.
Right now.
No,
I'm not sure. There's people. There's people here.
Is that what
It's lunchtime, guys. But yeah, Oasis Coffee Spot does have live music on Friday and Saturday nights.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
And we've I can't remember anything I've really said in the other episodes, but we've gigged at Dunedin and Devine. I know I've said this because we've talked about places we've played. But
Dunedin. Dunedin doesn't like us very much.
no, I don't think either of them do.
No, well, Devine likes us a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Because we changed like the environment completely from like the jazz and the funk and the reggae that they play.
Yeah.
And then switch it over to like blues and rock and roll.
It'd be pretty cool to get a couple of those people in here too.
That's funny too, because general consensus around this Pasco area is blues and rock and roll.
Yeah.
And whenever you introduce something a little different, it doesn't always go over too well here.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a difference. Like you said, it's called Divine.
Yeah. It's
Devine Brewery.
super jazzy and funky.
I'm super jazzy and funky, so I want to check that out.
You should
like
definitely
it.
go in. It's Tuesdays.
Tuesdays
Devine.
is the open jam. Wednesdays is the Dunedin open jam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to check that out because I'm all about that. I'm that weirdo that goes and plays like weird, cute violin music in a biker bar.
At Venom.
Yeah, at Venom. Yeah, I don't know if I ever told you how that started, but yeah. So I was playing at the time with Jeremy in the time frame, and we were playing a show down in Largo at a bar called Sneaky's, and that's when I got the chance to meet Evan Ursity, who was the guitarist for. He is the guitarist for Burning Fair Verona. And he's also the owner of the Verona Bar in Newport Richey.
Right.
But back then, he was just the sound guy over at Venom's, and he shook my hand. He introduced himself. He said, "You really need to come to Venom's for open mic." And I was like, "Sure, I'll be scared out of my mind, but I'll try it." It's like that is not my scene, but if you think that I can pull off playing violin, then I'll do it. So I went there, and surprisingly enough, it wasn't just open mic night, but it was hip hop night.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, and it was a younger crowd. And after the rappers were done doing their thing, I went up and I said, "Hey, listen, I want to do a hip hop thing. Don't switch it over to metal just yet. I want to try a hip hop thing." So I did this little like hip hop solo thing with some tracks, and then I had the rappers jump back up on stage and they freestyled over it.
nice.
And it was really fun.
There's a couple people we see at Devine. There's this white guy who always stands up there. He's got a beard. He always has a beer with him, and he raps like he freestyles.
Oh, yeah,
like
he
crazy.
completely freestyles, and it is really good.
Yeah, I really want to go there on like a Tuesday or Wednesday or a Tuesday night and see if he's there, and maybe we get him on this because he's really good. Maybe he could freestyle on the podcast. I don't know, but like he's really good. Yeah, some of the people there are really good. I know I've mentioned Doc.
Oh yeah.
I told the whole story about Doc coming and play with us, but there's a lot of people who sit there and really good. There's this one guy. I swear he plays literally every instrument you hand him. He's got like he kind of looks like me, but like a skinnier me, like a really skinny me. You know who I'm talking about?
I have no idea.
He's just he looks like a hipster. He's got like the
That
curled
doesn't help
mustache, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, and
why'd you start off with that?
but like we were sitting there watching these bands playing before we went on, and this guy was playing bass. Then the next band came up and it was like, "Hey, you want to play with us?" He's like, "Yeah, sure. What do you want me to play?" Then he was playing like keys, and he was playing clarinet, not clarinet, saxophone, and then he was playing flute, and then he was playing like guitar, then he was playing drums. It was insane where this guy went, and like his style. Just like he
Mhm.
can match anybody's style that went up there. But yeah, that's a really cool place. It's they don't pay you to gig. I mean, obviously it's an open
Yeah, it's
mic.
just an open jam.
Right.
So, but yeah, no, it's really cool. And I think you actually have to be 21 to play there.
Yeah, you do technically.
But
Heck 'em.
we signed up anyway.
Where is this?
Dunedin.
Yeah, Alt
Dunedin
19.
Brewery?
Well, both of them are in Dunedin,
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
but one's the Dunedin Brewery and then one's the Pine Brewery.
Yeah, pretty much on the same street, just one's a little bit farther out.
Yeah.
So I am all down for open mics.
Yeah.
As long as they lead to a paying gig. That's my attitude towards it.
Yeah.
Is if I'm gonna do an open mic, I am gonna give it my all because I'm gonna want to get booked.
Yeah,
That's my chance to bring it and show them like
Mhm.
this is why you should probably hire me.
yeah.
That's my attitude towards it every time.
And that's a good attitude to have, I believe, because
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you want to get paid to do that. I mean, it's what you want to do.
Absolutely.
But those venues, they never book anybody.
No,
They have the house band and they just have the house band play and that's it.
and they probably pay them.
Yeah, maybe.
Heck 'em.
Heck 'em.
Heck 'em, yep. You're right.
Dunedin kicking us out.
Well, since we didn't have a singer,
It was just us and the doc.
yeah, it was us and the doc, and like I said, I don't even remember the first episode. We were playing the 38 special song "Hold On Loosely," and the crowd. There's this one lady who was getting mad at us because we didn't have a vocalist. We're like, I'm sorry, but we can't do. We don't know what to do.
She started singing.
Yeah, so she came up on stage and started singing with us. It wasn't the greatest, but I mean, it was
It's
still
better than
fun.
nothing.
Yeah, it was still fun to do because like we got the crowd into it, and she came up and started singing with us, and it was really fun.
Hmm. Midway through the song, though, the guy that runs the whole open jam thing, he comes like running out in front of the stage and like waving his arms. He's like, "You guys are playing too loud." He's like, "You're rattling my
He
speakers."
was doing the whole Huey Lewis thing from Back to the Future. He was coming out, you guys are too loud.
He's like, "You're
Yeah.
rattling my speaker," and I'm like,
I
"It's
mean,
your setup.
yeah.
I didn't touch your settings."
And actually, he was telling me I was playing too loud.
Really?
I thought because I was hitting him too hard.
Mhm.
He told us after I got off, and I was like, "What's the point in even playing drums if you don't hit it?"
We only
And-
played like 1.5 song. That's it.
Yeah.
See, you know how you guys would get a crowd if you got booked somewhere, right? This is an old joke.
Uh-oh.
Here's how you guys get a big crowd. You name your band Free Beer.
Oh yeah, of course.
And then when the venue puts free beer up on their marquee, that's it. You're going to get a lot of pissed off people, but that's a following.
That's another thing we can say.
That was a joke from a friend.
Yeah, I remember seeing those bands or like anything like that to get the crowd in. But we've changed our names a few times.
Have you?
Oh yeah, multiple times actually.
We started out with the White Gibsons. That was strictly because he had a Gibson guitar box and it was spray painted white. That's the only reason that name ever came to be. And the stage was African American, so we pulled it off. And now that he's not in the band, it sounds like some kind of cult. So we quit the White Gibsons.
It's a safe bet.
Yeah, because then we just changed it to
The Bush Lights.
the Bush Lights, and then that's a beer.
But it wasn't named after the beer.
Yeah, it wasn't named after the beer. We were literally just sitting in my driveway, and I have like 2 like shrubberies in front of my house, and like a huge bush, and there's a light behind it. And Cole just says the Bush Lights, and we were like, that sounds pretty cool. And then the next day, he's like, hey, that's a beer, and we're like, oh, okay, maybe not that. And then we changed it to Sorry Dad.
Yeah, we were Sorry Dad for a little
One
bit.
show.
Oh yeah,
For
I like
one
that. I
gig.
still like that name.
Yeah, I still like it too. I just don't know if somebody's using it or not. because-
Sorry, Dad's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that came from Jason's friend,
Yeah.
and I think they're actually using it. And that was the kid I was telling you about that I wanted to get in here at some point. And their drummer lives in a completely different state.
$1 million idea for an all-female band name. Sorry, we have boyfriends.
That's pretty good.
It does. You don't even need a comma. Just needs to be sorry we have boyfriends. We're sorry. We're genuinely sorry.
We're sorry.
But
and then after that, I remember seeing this picture of Jason that I had taken back in like junior year of high school when we weren't even a band yet. And me and Jason were joking like, hey, if we were ever to become a band, we'd become Postmodern Depression. And he named like a Spotify playlist he put together called Postmodern Depression, and it was all like emo music and stuff, and like emo indie music. And I found that picture and I put it in the group chat. I'm like, oh my god, I totally forgot about Postmodern Depression. And we were all like, we like postmodern a lot, like, so let's go with postmodern. And we completely forgot about Postmodern Jukebox, but we were sticking with it.
Yeah.
Like we stuck for it with like about 3 months before we remembered Postmodern Jukebox was a thing.
yeah, I even asked you about that the first time that you showed me Postmodern. You're like, yeah, look it up on YouTube. I'm like, how? So how do I find you guys and not Postmodern Jukebox?
You probably strictly have to look up Postmodern August 69.
Yeah, you have to look up our name and then a song name.
It's my favorite number.
Hey.
No, so yeah, that, and like at one point you were like, Andrew, are you down with Postmodern? And I'm like, I hate Post Malone. Wait, what?
Wait a second.
But yeah, no, that's cool. No, I would have been down with Postmodern Depression too, but either way.
I like Postmodern Depression too. I like Postmodern Depressionists, but we're also not like
We'd have to be like
we'd also have to be like
an emo band.
emo
Almost.
indie.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with this.
No.
I don't think it's our thing.
I'm just surprised. I just really want to get us together because between all of us and Kalani, I don't even know what kind of style we're gonna have.
It's gonna be
We'll
weird.
get Kalani in here next. I really want to talk to him.
Yeah. I showed Andrew a couple of his SoundCloud things, and
I'm impressed.
yeah. I told him that we kind of were sticking with sort of a synth pop thing.
We're gonna try.
I would honestly prefer that.
Yeah, because I mean, if we were ever to put it under a one genre, that would probably be it. Especially because that's a genre I think we all like.
Yeah.
Because I know when me and Cole started, it was rock and blues,
Straight up
Right.
rock and roll.
rock and roll.
But you see, Kalani brings out the Lewis Cole in me.
Yeah.
I love Lewis Cole. That's like one of my biggest inspirations right now.
I also think if we all got together, we wouldn't necessarily have to stick with one genre either. Apparently, because we all like our own genres. If we all played something we like, then we'd be like that Blur album that plays like that's a different genre every song.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool though. You know, I've
and
done that.
I really like that. It
That's
goes
a great
from
idea.
jazz to rock to pop or something like that. But
You know, have you guys ever listened to the Black Eyed Peas Elefunk album? It was like the one, Hey Mama, Let's Get It Started was on, like
I'm not.
No.
early 2000s. So every song off that album was a different genre.
Oh, really?
They even had a collaboration with Papa Roach on there. Seriously. So it was like a rock hip hop thing on one. Then it went into samba. Then it went into Latin American music. Then it went to, it was a different genre every song. Then they went to reggae.
Yeah.
It was really cool. So yeah, I like that idea.
I've always wanted to put together not only an album of different genres, but just one song with different genres, like how it switches between a couple of different genres. If you've ever listened to, I know this is everything I mentioned Led Zeppelin a lot, but "Fool in the Rain" by Led Zeppelin.
Yes.
The switch and like the rock and roll into a samba. It's just very strange transition, but it's really cool how they do it. And that's one of my favorite things that people do in songs is like switching into different genres. Not necessarily different genres, but different tempos and different styles. Like even in Bohemian Rhapsody, they do it. Like it's just slow, then it gets fast.
Absolutely. I've got another band for you to see then. Have you ever heard of 12 Foot Ninja?
I'm not.
I'm going to show you 12 Foot Ninja after this. And I encourage our listeners to go check out 12 Foot Ninja as well. I refer to them as a genre Slurpee.
Okay.
It's pretty great. Cole, it's 12:30 right now. Are you good to keep going or do you want to get out of here?
Yeah, I'm good.
You sure?
Yep.
All right.
All right. Because if we ever get Jeremy in here, then we can keep Kohl for a little bit longer.
I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that, but maybe he got stuck somewhere. I haven't heard from him, so I'm not really sure. But yeah, I know he had. I knew that Jeremy had some afternoon obligations, so we'll see.
But yeah, switching genres is really cool to me. Like, I mean, even in Chop Suey, they do it, sort of. Because it kind of goes, because it's like, why do you leave the keys on the table, like that part, and then it goes into like the slower, like.
Absolutely, that's what makes it. That's
exactly.
one of System of a Down's best songs ever.
Yeah,
so.
and I love that. I love it.
No, 12 Foot Ninja goes from heavy rock to anything under the sun. It's amazing. They go into reggae, then they go into disco, then they go into Latin jazz. And it's all in one song, by the way. This isn't multiple songs. This is one song.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, so I'll show you them afterwards. They are killer. They're from Australia, and awesome. They are amazing.
I was telling Andrew about it, but remember when Kalani did that Stranger Things?
Oh, that was awesome.
That was
really
so
cool.
Yeah, I play that song too.
Yeah, and Kalani was actually wanting to write an arrangement for that.
Really?
We should work on that.
We totally should.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would like that too.
So like our own little spin-off of it?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. I'd be down.
Yeah, I really like doing that too. Like doing different covers of other songs, but in a different style.
Mm-hmm.
That's like one of my favorite things is there's a whole album called For the Kids. And it's different musicians doing different like Saturday morning cartoon songs. Like let's see, Cake does Phenomena by the Muppets.
Yes, I love that version.
I love it. It's so good. I don't remember, but they do the Hong Kong Phooey theme, but it's like their own like style of it, and it's really cool. And they just do it with a bunch of different theme songs for different cartoons, and it's really cool. I think they do the Scooby Doo theme too. I don't know. There's just a lot of different things, but I like doing that too with music.
I think we'll work on that in the future, and then we're probably going to release it, and we should play it over the podcast.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So that's probably the best thing to do.
I hope whenever we get together
this Friday.
Eventually, we'll plan for 2019. That sounds like a joke. It's not that far away, guys.
No, it's not. Yeah, I really want to get together and play because it's going to be really interesting with all of our different styles. I know I keep saying that, but I think me and Kalani were gonna pick a day, take off. Hopefully, maybe a Friday or Saturday. Well, Andrew's the hardest part with that because he gigs every Friday and Saturday,
and like every other day.
Yeah. So, what days do you not gig?
That's really difficult question to ask.
It's usually, but like Mondays, you're mainly free, right?
Usually, yeah. And I mean, the thing about that is that at this point, it's so much to keep in mind. Hey, there's Jeremy.
Hey, he's walking right by.
Yep, he is gone. Okay.
All right.
Bye, Jeremy.
Bye, Jeremy. Yeah, honestly, the most difficult thing for me, he comes back. Okay. Most difficult thing for me is just keeping that schedule.
There he is. Wait, do we have another microphone?
No. Hi, Jeremy.
What's up?
Can you come back next week?
Possibly.
No. No, what we do is we record all of these ahead of time, and then we just release them weekly. So,
yeah, so
it's like after this, then we'll just... Technically, you're next week. You're next week. That's okay, though. We've been going on for like an hour. You guys just want to wrap this one up?
Sure.
Yeah,
and we'll see Jeremy next week.
We'll see you next week, sir. All right. All right, we're going to close out with I Am Fox by Bradley Donahue, his awesome electronic song, Spooky Grounds. Let's get spoopy, guys. I really love this one. This is really cool.